What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Today we were talking about the new Discraft Captain's Raptor. Got a chance to throw it on some dry tee pads today. We had some ice and I wanted to share that with you. I wanted to get a couple things out of the way before we get to the shots, just so I don't have to address them in the video. 173.74, I think that's all that's out there. I did compare it to a 173, 174 first run Raptor. This is one of those pearly, beefy first runs. Relatively new, but it does have some road rash on it that you can see. Let's try and get a contrast. Yeah, so you can see it's got a couple of dings right there on the rim. Oh no, that's mud. Here are the dings. There you go. Now you can see them. So it's got a couple of dings on the rim, but for the most part, a very new disc. So this is a retooled Raptor, from what I understand. So it's not quite fair to compare them, but y'all probably know a lot about these, have buddies that have thrown them, so just wanted to compare it to something to help paint the full picture of this review and evaluation. I probably should have mixed in this Lucid X Glimmer Felon. I call these things diet tilts because they're really overstable. Maybe this is going to be the new diet tilt in my bag. Who knows? About the conditions for this review. We're at about 600 feet elevation. We had a 15-mile-an-hour wind today, so not very substantial, but not nothing. You're going to see some backhand shots and some forehand shots, upwind and downwind, just to kind of give you the whole picture. And then, how do you compare to me? I'm just shy 900, so that'll help you evaluate this evaluation. Thanks for watching this far, and enjoy the shots for the Captain's Raptor. Thank you. So this is my first throw of the day with this. I did get a chance to throw them the day before. I actually didn't know this was being filmed. Nice and low, and it just can't help but fight back. Got a nice skip off the cold hard ground. Give it a look with the ace trace. This nice pink color is easy to see with the naked eye, but just that's how the rest of the video will be, so give it the full treatment here. Nice. That was during our round this morning. This was Justin's first throw ever, and it was gusting into the headwind. You can see those leaves getting carried. So first throw hand ever with this disc, and it got nose up, but I left this in there just so you can see the full overstability of it. Even in a headwind like that, it said, nope, I'm still gonna go right. So that same hole I just threw a second ago, slightly different angle. This was during our testing. And here it is with the ace trace. So I'm just trying to hammer on it as straight as possible, and this disc is just doing what it's designed to do, hooking up and getting left. Another forehand here. It's actually tracking really well, and then it just got kind of ninja branched, but you can see Justin's used to throwing flex forehands, and it is very, very torque resistant. It's got a lot of high speed stability and then obviously a ton of low speed stability. So even though it's a 9-speed disc, it does not mess around. It is very hard to get this thing on Anheuser and get it to hold it. It fights back to flat almost immediately. Good. So yeah, here's that shot with the ace trace. You can see it just, this is with a tailwind. We're kind of protected by the trees, but yeah, just flat and then dumps.
So we'll throw a first run Raptor.
So here's that first run Raptor that we're going to be comparing it to on a couple of shots here.
All in all, pretty new.
Pointing out that road rash that's on there. We're going into the headwind, and this one is a little nose up, actually a lot nose up. You'll see it here in a second, but still Raptor doing Raptor things. Didn't flip, it immediately started hooking up and just gliding out to the left.
Definitely there.
Captain's Raptor, intentionally throwing this one kind of high just to make all things fair. Does not glide as far to the left.
Made it look like the first run's more stable. Yeah. Definitely there.
So yeah, almost gave it the same amount of height. Pushed forward a little more.
Made it look like the first run's more stable. Yeah.
got some thoughts on that.
All right, so I kind of messed up. That throw was into a headwind. The first run was a little less nose up. The captain's Raptor actually got flat, so it kind of led me to think that the first runs might actually be more stable. Same weight, so we'll try them again. I'll try and get them flat with the tailwind.
So now we're going into the tailwind. I'm going to try and keep it as flat as possible. Still put a move on it. If you're familiar with this course, this is not a hole, but nobody was here at the moment, so we were able to get away with it. So yeah, nice and low, barely got above the line of sight with that bridge there. Smooth hyzer, very, very overstable, especially with the tail end. So I'm going Captain's Raptor here, trying to keep it nice and low and flat, and it's pretty obvious I accidentally gave it a little too much height. Felt good in the moment, but editing the video, you know, does not lie. So yeah, I gave it a lot more height on accident. Much straighter. So yeah, there's the first run. Got to it first. The Captain's Raptor went further and a little straighter, but still very overstable. Neither of them actually had a ton of ground play, so that's not taken into effect much. Yeah, so I'm looking back. I threw kind of at the base of that pylon, backwards on hole 1. Back to the booth with some final thoughts. It's going in the bag. I've really enjoyed throwing the Discraft flick for a long time in this, overstable utility class. In the lighter weights, flicks are hard to find. Lighter weight ones are pretty much impossible to find. So I've been throwing a Lucid X Glimmer Felon because it's very overstable. These have been easy to find. And the Glimmer plastic's just so pretty. But I'm definitely going to give this thing a shot. It's a very nostalgic feeling disc to me. It reminds me a lot of when I first started playing and I really couldn't throw. I really didn't have a lot of power and everything was just on a hyzer, smooth, and coming back. Nothing was getting a flat. Nothing was flipping. All I was throwing was hyzers. An early version of me would definitely be quoted being like, I love throwing hyzer bombs. Hyzer bombs are so fun. And like, little did I know. But anyways, it's a very, very fun disc to throw. I think it's going to be usable. I'm curious to see how it beats in, but I'm definitely going to throw it in the bag and give it a shot. Thanks for watching. As always, please like and subscribe and let me know what you think about this new format I'm doing. It's honestly lazy editing where I show the shot and can explain it a little bit and then show it again on Ace Trace just so you can see actually what it's doing, because I'm doing it by myself, so there's not someone operating the zoom, so it's hard to see what the disc is actually doing. So let me know what you think about that, and we'll see you out there.